So in this video, we're going to go over the top 24 cold email automation tools in the world. They're the best, and I've reviewed them, the top 5. I'm going to make this really easy for you because people spend way too long analyzing and looking at tools. There are different tools for different use cases. So in the first section, I'm going to go over the top 5 tools for different use cases and why you'd want to use them for different reasons. Then I'm going to go over all the other ones. And there's this mega article that me and my team, we've tried 24 of the best cold email tools, and we've gone into this massive article we're going to be posting on B2B Hero. Check out the blog in the description below, and basically I'll link to this exact article where I go through every single tool. We've gone a bit extensive. We're going to be writing more articles about the best for enterprise, the best for small business, the best for freelancers. I want people just to know what they need quickly so they can move on to the next step. So let's jump into the first section. I'm going to go over the top 5 tools for different use cases. So in my opinion, the best all-rounder is woodpecker.co. All of these links are in the description below. They're all affiliate links, so help me if you can click those. And also you get extra free trials from my links, so they do have benefits as well. But for Woodpecker, I'd say it's my favorite all-rounder because it's very user-friendly. It does sales engagement stuff. You can do multi-channel, and you can also be an agency. I also find it really user-friendly. So there are so many reasons why, in my opinion, and I've literally tried all of them now. We've been trying 24 of them. I'd say Woodpecker is the best all-rounder. There are other tools that are better for other things, but Woodpecker is the best all-rounder. It's also got decent pricing. So that from a pricing perspective, you can try different things. So monthly, annual, depending how many emails you want to send. But generally speaking, it's well priced. It has multiple features. And I'm told by the team that they're about to introduce something, which is what basically the next tool I'm going to recommend. It's Instantly. But these guys are about to do this as well, which is a different pricing model where you don't pay per domain. You pay just once for multiple domains. And this is why all of these tools are losing ground to Instantly, which I'll review in a sec, because Instantly creates the new pricing model. And this is what Woodpecker is about to do, apparently. This is what I've been told. So it's really important if you're scaling your cold email campaigns, you don't want to spend $50 per domain because you might want 10 domains. And that's a lot of money you're paying each month. And the second feature, which I believe Woodpecker is going to have in the future, but they don't yet have, is email rotation. I'll go into that in a minute. So my number one all-rounder tool for the future, because they're also moving into a direction I want, also sales engagement, all the other features and benefits they have, I would say Woodpecker is my number one all-rounder tool. The second tool is, this is the most budget friendly, but also the best tool to scale. So if you're trying to scale your cold emails, if you're trying to send a lot of emails, this is the best to scale. Sometimes you don't want to send a lot of emails. If you're just sending 50 a day, I would use Woodpecker or one of these other tools. But if you want to use multiple domains, then you need to use, at the moment, Instantly is probably the best choice because it doesn't charge you per domain. As I just mentioned, it charges you just for one seat and you can have multiple domains. And the second feature it has, which is really, in my opinion, the reason why you want to use Instantly is because it has domain rotation. So say if you have 10 domains and you only want to send 35 emails per domain because you don't want to send too many, you want to keep your authority in your domain, it will finish one and rotate to the next until you send 35 from each. So you can send basically 350, or say if you send 50 from each, 500 emails if you have 10 domains a day, which is insane. So you can basically scale it out without sending too many emails from each domain, all on a very affordable price. So again, you can check all the information out in the blog. In the description below, I'll have all the benefits, features, and pricing models. But yeah, it's $30 for this, or Hypergrowth, which basically unlimited email counts. Look at this, unlimited email warm-up. It's amazing. So 5,000 emails monthly. It's definitely the most budget friendly and the best to scale. So use Instantly for that. Link in the description below again. So this one's the best. Snovio is the best for lead generation in terms of getting the email addresses. In fact, originally it was just a tool to get email addresses. Then they added the whole email automation software side on the back end. I use Snovio to get leads all the time, and I do recommend if you want a really clean and clear flow and you just want to use one tool, then maybe just use Snovio. I don't think it's my favorite tool from a cold email automation perspective. I'd probably use Woodpecker over with Snovio. But in fact, if you're looking for ease of use and just using one platform, then maybe it's easier to get, Scrape using Snov and having one workflow, which then just goes straight into your cold email automation tool, rather than having to use Snovio or something else, uploading it to another platform like Woodpecker, and then there's a whole step there which is a bit annoying and frustrating. So if you're just looking for one workflow, then maybe you just want to use Snovio. Scrape your leads from LinkedIn, go straight into your automation tool using Snovio as well. I think again pricing is medium, so it depends how many. So it's $75. It's a lot more expensive than Instantly. Instantly is definitely the budget friendly option, but it's probably roughly on the same price range as Woodpecker. So let's say we want to send 60. No, so Woodpecker's cheaper. So Snovio is actually a little bit more expensive. Yeah, 97 to send. Oops, no, where is it? Oh, here you go. So it's 37. So Snovio is basically a little bit more expensive. If it's $99 to send 5,000 emails, 10,000 email recipients. Yeah, 5,000. Oh, so this is to scrape. So it's more expensive, but you're also getting the email themselves. Actually, that's not, sorry, I take that back. That's not more expensive. You're getting 5,000 credits, i.e. you're getting 5,000 emails, and then you can send 10,000 email recipients, which is really great. So Snovio is a really good option for that. And yeah. So these tools are constantly changing, and Snovio now has actually introduced, this is why this is really important to watch a 2023 updated version. So this is a great video for you. But actually Snovio has now introduced the same features instantly, where it charges one price for unlimited sender accounts. So if you look here, add as many email accounts for sending your drip complaints as you'd like. So I need to double check if it has the domain rotation. I'll put this in the link in the description below, but domain rotation is really important. And I haven't fully checked that. I tested it before they came out with this feature quite extensively, but it's quite cool. For $99, the reason why I'd use Snovio is because it's all under one workflow. So whereas with Instantly, you have to go to Snovio or someone else to get the emails, then upload them to Instantly. With Snovio under one price, you're going to get the credits to scrape. Credits can be spent on prospect search, email search. So you can get verification costs 5.5 credit, one prospect costs 1 credit. So you can get 5,000 prospects for $99 plus unlimited sending. I think this is really also relatively budget friendly. It's got the email, I don't think it's got email rotation, but I need to double check that, but it does have unlimited sender accounts. So actually suddenly Snovio's upping its game. I'd say it's becoming better and better. I don't think it's very user friendly, which is the downside, but it is getting better and better and better. So between these three so far, Snovio and Instantly, they have this unlimited sender accounts. Woodpecker's introducing it soon. I'd use Woodpecker once they introduce it, but until then, probably these two are doing really, really well. Snovio is the best if you're just using, best if you're looking for one workflow. So Mailshake has been around for a long time. I actually really like Mailshake. I love their user friendliness. I like their style. I like how they work. I like the UX. Mailshake's really good, but again, it's behind in the game in its pricing strategy because, again, whereas you have Snovio and you have Instantly these upstarts, these newer companies coming in, they don't have as good UX, they don't have as some features, which I'll go into just now, but they do have this pricing thing. So Mailshake, again, if you're just trying to use one domain and you're sending 50 emails a day, for example, then Mailshake, Woodpecker, or Lemlist, etc. is really good. But if you're looking to scale, then you can't really use these yet until these guys update their pricing structure, which probably they will because they have to and they have to compete. But at the moment, they can't. So I wouldn't really use Mailshake so much at the moment. I don't know if they're introducing this new pricing structure or not, but I would use Mailshake if you were looking for sales engagement, which basically means LinkedIn automation. So LinkedIn automation, if you're doing multi-channel, which is what I think is really important sometimes to experiment with multi-channel. If you're doing multi-channel, then Mailshake could be really, really good. Another thing about Mailshake I really like is its AI email writing with Shakespeare. It's quite cool. You can do this. I have other videos you can check, and you can do this on you can just do this with ChatGPT 3.5, but you can also use that in AI email writing with Shakespeare, which is really cool. It does make it a little bit simpler. So yeah, I think Mailshake is a really good one, but they need to update the pricing. So yeah, this is probably the most user friendly though, I'd say. So Lemlist is really good in so many ways actually, but I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with Lemlist because I find it kind of quite confusing. There's so much it offers, which is great. Some stuff is great, some stuff is less great. So you need to kind of go through the weeds and try and understand how to use this tool because it is quite extensive and can offer a lot. And if you really want to put a lot of time and effort into it, there's probably a lot of good ways you can use it. It doesn't have the multi-domain scaling thing, but the one thing it's really good for is actually personalization. So it's really, really, really good for personalization. There's a few different things it's good for. So for example, like it's basically, I'd say it's probably one of the best for personalization. Has generate more replies with personalization. It's really focused from day one. I know they were focused on personalization, so you can use text variables. They're always encouraging go beyond just like hey name, hey whatever. They're like let's go talk about your pet or something. Then they always had this images where you have like the coffee cup with the person's name and does it automatically, or like this, or like posters, and it grabs the face probably from LinkedIn. There's multiple different image personalization stuff it has, which is quite interesting. Another one is video. So this is a really good one. I've used this before, and actually you can get really good results with just using this. So what I'd recommend is try to find the feature you really want to use and just focus on that, because if you get to Lemlist, you're going to get really overwhelmed, because I'll go through the other stuff in a minute as well, but it's super overwhelming. This is why I tell a lot of people not to go here first, because they get here, they look at all the different variables, look at different things, it's quite complicated, the UX is a bit off, and then they just bounce and they never actually set up a campaign. So it does offer a lot, I must admit, but it's not always the best. So website variables, which is quite good. You can build personalized landing pages. I've used these before, also really good, just for your leads, where you can embed your calendar, include assets or calls to action. So kind of you can take some variables, put it on a landing page which looks specifically designed for them, and be like, hey, their name, and it might even have a picture of them, this kind of stuff. So that's a really good, I'd say use Lemlist for hyper personalization, automation personalization. And then another one you have is multi-channel. You can use, Woodpecker does this as well, but actually Woodpecker's still creating it properly. I think now Lemlist has actually gone to the next level and it's doing it really, really well. So you can basically create these, LinkedIn visits, and then you can send an email, then a connection request, and another email. Then if they've connected, you can write a message. Normally you wait for the message at the end for LinkedIn, just in case they haven't connected, So you can do all these multi-channel, not only with LinkedIn, and which is LinkedIn and cold email, which is mostly what I do. You can mostly do it. You can also set up cold call steps, manual tasks. You can say, okay, do this, add this step. API, so you can add a custom automation step. So this gets quite advanced even, which is quite cool. So they're really going for a broad range of the market. Lemlist, like each one of these tools will be focusing on a segment of the market. Lemlist is going quite for like heavy sales teams to, SMEs and freelancers. So I would say that's great. From a pricing perspective, it's roughly the same as the other ones. So one quickly before the pricing, one thing it's really pushing now is the AI, and I'm actually just testing this AI a lot, and I find that it's pretty good. You can do most of this stuff on ChatGPT, so you don't really need to use it, but it's quite cool. They're integrating all this cold email AI stuff really, really quickly. They're on it and they're making it work. So AI is a big thing they're trying to say is really important. So they can do these AI first liners, which is interesting. I'm going to be experimenting with that and bring out a video just on Lemlist and all its AI features. I'll probably make a video just on AI and how to utilize all the different tools. So that's really cool. I do think Lemlist is on it. They received tons of budget, so they're on it. As I said, it's a bit overwhelming. And from a pricing perspective, we have, let's quickly get the price. So yeah, sales engagement, $99, $59 for just the email. So it's pretty the same as Woodpecker and some of the other ones. It's nothing crazy, and it does offer like tons of different, it's got so many features it offers. So yeah, it is good if you want to get your head around this stuff and try to understand its hyper personalization, its video personalization, its AI personalization, multi-channel, all this different stuff. You basically just don't want to do everything. You just want to focus in on one thing and try try that. If you want to go really heavy on A/B testing, it might be a good tool to try. Okay, I'm going to try video personalization versus AI, first liners, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, but if you don't have that kind of mindset and you don't have shitloads of time, maybe don't go here and just use quite more simple. Check out my strategies that I talk in other videos. Check those out. But yeah, Lemlist is really awesome. And moving on to next. So I'd say reply.io is more for like sales teams or bigger companies. So if you're like an SME, I don't know if you should go to one of these, or if you're like a freelancer, but if you're like trying to build out a bigger team of sales SDRs and all that kind of stuff, Reply might be a good option. Has like basically a lot of the stuff, the other tools we've been talking about. Jason AI is really good. It's conversational AI assistant powered by ChatGPT. It's really good. Basically, it's got this whole integration of Salesforce. It's got advanced reporting, which is really good, and you can do all this other stuff with it. So I'd say Reply. I haven't used it as much because I don't do big SDR teams. I've been mostly doing a lot of my sales and outbound with me and a couple of people. So I haven't really used it as extensively, but I have been told by colleagues that this is a really good one if you're trying to build out a bigger team of SDRs. And I will go into another article on my blog b2bhero.co, which we're going to be analyzing the best for sales, bigger sales teams, SDRs, and all that kind of stuff. Because there are quite a few, and I'll go over a couple others in a minute, like Close, which is really expensive, but it's more of like a CRM. This one's a bit more of an affordable option. So yeah, definitely Reply is probably better for like SDR teams. It does a lot more kind of advanced features, advanced reporting, that kind of stuff. So Yesware is a good one if you're wanting it within your email box. So this one lives, like, as it says here, lives right inside your Gmail or Outlook. So it's not like a platform or software or like a UX design like all the other ones. Literally it works within your inbox. I think it's cool. I don't think there's a lot of use for it. It's really good for like tracking opens. And you might as well actually just get it just so you can track that, because it's free. Basic email open tracking, unlimited email. Well, for $15, you can do unlimited email open tracking, so you can see how many, if the person opened your email or not, and then reply to them at the right time. It's got a really good template. This is kind of more for SDR, again, sales teams, because you can also do like, I think it's really big on templates. So like you can say if you're the head of sales, you can create templates, and then you can get your team just using those templates. Which is interesting if that's something interesting for you. I don't think that's very good for the majority of people watching this video, but it lives in, so it's not a platform. It's a bit different to the other ones. And yeah, it's probably one of the best for if you're looking for that specific, those features. If not, then you should look at the other 5. So yeah, pricing is probably $35 or $15 for you, or like, let's put monthly, so 19 to 45. It's got the data enrichment as well. So yeah, Yesware is an interesting option. I wanted to put that out there quite early on just because it is different. A lot of the tools do all the same kind of things pretty much. So I wanted to put Yesware up there just so I'm not going over the same features and benefits over and over again. So yeah, there's Yesware for you. Might be beneficial. So Hunter's an interesting one, but I feel like it's falling behind. Hunter basically started as a way to get email addresses, so you can fill your campaigns with email addresses, and they like Snovio, very similar. But then, I don't know what happened to Hunter. It used to be like the dominant player, but they kind of fell off grace because all these other tools came and updated the pricing. But I just feel like it's a bit on the expensive side. Like basically the plan that I would need or would compare to Instantly or even to Snovio, for example, would be this growth plan. And for the growth plan, you're getting 5,000 emails a month. You then get 10 domains, which is kind of cool. It is cool because, Woodpecker can't even do this. It's cheaper than Woodpecker, but it's more expensive than, say, Instantly. So yeah, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's the one I would use. I would use the first top 3 or 4 on this list in this video. But yeah, you can basically have 10 for this price, which is quite a lot. You don't get that many features, benefits like Lemlist. You don't get, it's more expensive than Instantly. It doesn't really fit in the market anywhere that I really want it to fit. I'm going to be making another video, so subscribe and all that kind of stuff, on the best ways to get email addresses, the best tools. But until then, I don't think this is the one for cold email automation, for me at least. But I wanted to put it in here because it is Definitely, a tool that's been around for a long time, and I have used it many times, and it's been updating, but hasn't really found its place in the market, I don't think. So Smartlead AI, I think, are being super smart. They've basically updated their pricing. Well, I don't know what their pricing was before because I've never really used them before, but I like the fact that they're doing unlimited warm-up, unlimited email accounts under one price. That makes a lot of sense in today's market, and it's going to leave a lot of people behind. This is why I'm including it in this list, because I think it makes a lot of sense. I believe it seems to be doing a really good job with its UX, all that kind of stuff. So for example, it's quite affordable, $39. You can send, 2,000 active leads a month, 6,000 emails. Probably this is the one you're going to need, 79. So that's 10,000 active leads, which is more than enough, or 40,000 emails per month. But I love this unlimited email. So it'll do this unlimited email stuff, basically, which is what Instantly does, and it's really important. I still like Instantly quite a lot, but yeah, definitely check out Smartlead.ai. If you're thinking about Instantly, maybe Smartlead might be the one, but I think Instantly is the winner still. So I'm going to stop this list now, because I think those are the main ones that do all the different things we need them to do. If you're trying to crack cold email for your business or your freelancer or SaaS business, sign up to my totally free cold email course. Just click on the link in the description below, sign up to it. I go over a lot of really interesting stuff in it, go over all the different strategies, and it's it's 6 days delivered in your inbox, totally free, and I send like rich videos going over different stuff, and yeah, it's really useful. So sign up to that, and in the meantime, check out this other video which will be coming out in the next week or so about the best lead generation tools, how to get the email addresses, the cheapest and best ways to do that. There's multiple different tools, so check out that video when it comes out.